How are you doing? Today I want to go over some information about state taxes. So if you have a business and you're doing business in any state in the United States, you would be required to file state taxes. So depending on where you're located at, if you're doing business in the state of Texas or if you're doing business in the state of Florida or wherever you're at, you're gonna have some type of state tax requirements depending on that specific state. Um, I'm gonna use Tennessee as an example for today. So let's say you have an LLC and you're doing business in the state of Tennessee, for example. Let's say you have like a business, small shop, like a small business or something. Maybe it's like a restaurant or a coffee shop or whatever the type of business you have. And the best way to track that or to check to see what requirements you have is to go to the state specific Department of Revenue. So for each state, you'll see that they have a website, like a revenue website. Um, so for Tennessee, it would be Tennessee. You just go on Google and type Tennessee Department of Revenue to see, your tax requirements, and then right here it shows you all of the different taxes at the state level. They have business tax, franchise and excise, sales and use. There's some other types of taxes depending on what type of, the nature of your business and all of that. You would be required to file some type of taxes for the state level. Um, so we're just gonna look at maybe franchise and excise tax, for example, to see if we're required to file for under that taxation. And then right here it says if you're a corporation or a limited partnership or LLC or registered to do business in the state, then you must register and pay your franchise and excise tax. And this just shows you how to calculate your taxes and all of that. Um, so if you know you're gonna be required to file for state taxes, you just find the form to fill out. So for franchise and excise tax, it's form FANE 170, and it's gonna have different schedules. So your accountant or CPA or whoever you're working with, you just fill this out, your business name, the year, and then if you're filing as an amended return, or if this is your first time, and then you just go through all the schedules right here and back to the website. If you wanted to file like electronically, you just go on here, e-file and pay, and then you just create your account. You just create an account with them for that specific state, and then once you're logged in, you can file the return or make the payments through the website for that specific state.